an older guy. His son came to interpret for him, but he had a back pain and leg pain. I think he was saying something about it was a fibro thing, so I'm not sure whether he was saying he had fibroids or he had fibromyalgia or what he was saying, but he had pain in his hips and his knees, his legs and everything, so started praying for him, and after a few minutes just asked him, you know, could he test it. He began to test it, and he sort of bent over a bit, and the son, like this guy must have been, I don't know, 50 or 60, the son was probably 30 or so, and so he bent over. The son says, well, that's more than he's usually done, and so we prayed some more, and then said test it again, and as he was testing it, I just kept ministering the healing to him, declaring the healing over his body, and eventually he would bend right over, and then he would squat right down, and the son's eyes are just going, he hasn't done that for ages, you know, he hasn't been able to do that, and so just kept declaring the healing over him, and he'd squat down, and each time he'd squat he'd come up and then go down and come up and go down, and each time he'd just get a little bit further and further till he was going all the way down. So he walks down into the gutter Marty was talking about, then he says, okay, I need to test it some more, and so he gets up out of the gutter and he takes himself up these steps, probably about 5 steps, and like each step is, you know, double our sorts of steps, so it really takes some work from the knees and the back. If there was going to be pain, it was going to show up on these steps, and he makes it all the way up without his cane. He'd come in with a cane hobbling on it, and so he gets all the way to the top. I said, do you want to go down? And away he goes down the steps all the way to the bottom of these big steps. You know, going down steps is tough as well in a different way for the knees, but he gets down to the bottom, and the son was holding the man's cane in his hat, and I said, well, he won't be needing this anymore, and the son goes, that's right, this one's mine now, and he's taking it home as a souvenir that his dad's healed. And then mum came in and she got healed of her stuff as well, whatever that was, I can't remember, but they're very, very cool day.
The thing that really cut me up at the end of this is that we'd spent 4 hours. We needed to move from the place, but the people just kept coming, and so we got our backpacks on and we started to walk away, and the people were just following. I had women coming up to me as we're negotiating the streets, trying to get out of there, wanting me to pray for this and that, and we had to stop at a big roundabout, and the crowd just started to gather again, and we had to move. And I just remember one woman, she's pointing to her throat, she had this big goiter on her throat, and the need was just too great. We had to move, but we understand that we're here to start a spark. We're here to start a spark of revival, and we trust that the local church and the local pastors will be able to take this on to full-on revival here in Kenya.